Omega. Here it is. I'm so happy I finally figured out how to get very good sound quality. And the camera, the issue I was having was I would just be able to have my voice good quality but not the background bike. It's what I basically have is a setup for Bluetooth, which is on my helmet, and it's really high quality. It doesn't take any of the outside noise or air or anything except your voice. And I had to get video editing software to mix these two, and then I have the problem with the GoPro camera picking up sounds with my voice, but I finally figured it out, hopefully. I mean, here I am all excited, and I'm going to go to edit the video. It's not going to work at all. But the topic for today is motorcycle tires. Just how expensive are they? I'm actually heading to the Kawasaki store right now. And motorcycle tires, there's a few things we go over. Just how much they cost for different bikes and the maintenance that requires tire. You think, oh, it's just a tire, I don't need to do anything with it. Well, wrong. People go through tires way more quicker, and they waste their money and they don't take care of the tires and risk their lives with it. The biggest thing for tires is to check the air pressure. The air pressure basically is what keeps the tire, the longevity of the tire. You always want it at the maximum pressure. You could find it on the tire. It'll tell you what it is. For example, this bike is 41 psi, and you should be checking it at least every 2 weeks because it changes a lot. And when you ride on the tire, when the tire's not fully pumped up, it runs down the tire. They call it cupped. That means it wears down unevenly, and there's a big difference if you feel it from a cupped tire to a new tire, or a tire that's not. It's basically warped is what it is. And there's a huge difference, especially if you're riding at higher speeds and turning. So it's important to keep that PSI up. Another big thing is inspecting your tires before you ride it. Make sure there's no blemishes or nails in it. Also with picking up nails, that's a big thing. Even if you're below a few PSI, which should be, it's really easy to pick up nails and debris into your tire. I know people, I talk to them like, hey, do you keep your, when's the last time you checked your tire pressure? And they say, oh, about 2 months ago. And I'm like, really though? Yeah, it's fine. It's at 38, should be 41. No. And they complain when they get a nail in their tire. And tires are about, let's see, the cheapest tire you can get installed is probably $150 for one tire. And that's just the crappiest tire. It doesn't even last that long. The tires I get are around $200 a piece for this bike. Some are $250. They have other ones that are even more expensive than that. But on average, they're about $200 a piece. And so I tell these people, like, you really need to keep your air pressure up, especially when the temperature changes. And then they just, whatever, they forget. And then I just hear them complaining that they need to get a new tire again, even though they didn't get the best out of what they paid for. And this is the thing with when you get a nail in the tire, you can't patch it like a car tire because motorcycle tires are tubeless. You can't patch it, and even if you did, it's still dangerous. You don't want to ride on that. You definitely don't want to ride with a nail in your tire. I mean, you want to go ahead and put that off and be the idiot, go ahead. So yeah, I really want to test out this sound quality based being on the freeway, because when I'm on the freeway I just hear a bunch of air forcing through my helmet, and I have to continue to talk in a normal tone voice and not yell to hear myself, because I'll be yelling into the microphones. There's basically 2 microphones next to my mouth, and it'll just sound awful. And so hopefully if there's too much wind, I could video edit it and make sure the GoPro volume's good, my voice volume's good, but we're going to check this out and hopefully it works alright. The file size is ridiculous. It's something like CD quality, so it's a bunch of megabytes per second. I don't even know how to convert it. So hopefully it's alright. See just how good it's doing. They usually don't have like a flap on it. explain, but it's basically a little flap of rubber, and you can see if that's still there, if it's not.